Well, folks, it's time for drawer number 20 of cabinet number 1. We still have one more in this cabinet to go. After this drawer, there's 21 drawers. Mathematically, that makes sense. And this has some other American oddball cuffs of mine. These are all pretty cool. I think you'll like these. Okay, what we have here is we have 2 versions of the Marlins. We have a Walden lock. We got 2 of the Cummings, one of which is the first one I got with the repair. Good old Cabanis. Right? And 2 Balkans. Please go back and check my other videos to get more detail about these cuffs. Okay? That goes for every drawer. Alright. Okay, this is the first pair of Marlins that I ever bought. And they have a really unique and very cool swivel. I dig these a lot. And I didn't have the original key, but believe it or not, this old locksmith shop near me closed down, and hanging on the wall was tons of old handcuff stock keys that I got. Some were, you know, the reproduction tailor ones or whatever you call them, the tailors. Some weren't, but it really came in handy when I first got these Marlins, and these are just fantastic. I actually had to take this side off because that pin was out of whack. It's still a little loose, but I was able to repair it. And I love these swivels, and I always wanted to get an earlier model, which I eventually did. You can tell the difference with the 3 rings, because these had the 3 rings. Hi, Toby. And sometimes the bottle part, they came in, they're different thicknesses. Like some of the early ones are a bit fatter than some of the later ones, okay? And then these were made in the 1870s, of course. You can look up all the information about them on my other videos. And then came these guys, the Cabanis. And although they look similar at first glance, they're obviously not, because the notches are down here on those, whereas the Marlins have them on both sides. Okay, and I really like these bottle-shaped ones. These take this really strange internally threaded key, and what you have to do is push it in, turn it, you know, to catch the threads on the male end, and then pull a little bit, and then it comes out. Let's see if we can do that real quick for you. There we go. See how it clicks over a little bit, and then boop. There we are. I just love the smoothness of the manufacturing of these. They're just so cool, and they're very comfortable to wear. And then let's see if we can see that when we undo it. Yeah. There's the bolt. All right, we'll put them down here. I should actually rearrange these a bit. Next is the Waldens. These were the Boston lady cuffs, and it says patent applied for. I like these because they're so small and delicate, and I was lucky enough to get them with the original key. And please go back and check my video where I first featured these to find out the true story of how I got them. It's interesting. Yeah, to say the least. And it's a good lesson in what happens sometimes when you buy stuff at auction. But these cuffs are often mistaken for toys, so I always check the toy bins at the antique shops just to make sure. Still haven't found them yet. And they had different linkages as well, but I only have the one pair so far. And they're kind of like bean cuffs that were hit, you know, with an anvil, like in an old cartoon, because they have the similar shape, and they have a arming button, but they're just very flat and thin. Let's see. Where's the buttons? Yeah. You can See the difference between a bean? Yeah. Then we have the Cummings. These are awesome. These I bought myself for a Christmas present one year. Patented $18.99. I love these cuffs because they were featured in the Houdini movie, and that's why I bought them. See, one of the ways that I assembled my collection was by looking at old Houdini movies, like the one with Tony Curtis and the one with Paul Michael Glaser, and trying to assemble the cuffs that were featured in those movies. That's why I got these. How cool is that? And then there was a book that Randy wrote about them that had the Walden cuffs that had a great picture, so I wanted them. Boom, check them off the list. And now for the final two cuffs, the Bokkins. Okay. If you ever read the Dick Norman book, they have a really interesting take on these things. All right, it doesn't make any sense why the bow just goes this way. It has a huge keyway, which you can pretty much park a truck in there, and it's got the giant oversized teeth. But the Bokkins are just, I don't know, something about them looks Frankenstein-y to me. You know what I mean? It looks like they were just like, put these together. Doesn't matter, it didn't last long as far as manufacturing goes, so they're kind of, hard to find today. Let's see. You can see some of them have the serial number, little stampings, but it doesn't say Bokkin anywhere. You'd think you'd want, maybe they didn't want credit for a cuff with such a bad design. And then I got the other better version of the Cummings. The reason I got these Cummings is because these had that repair, which I didn't even notice when I first bought them off eBay. And you can see the little teeny tiny keyways. I love the cross hatching. This is straight, as you can see, and that one is more of the crisscross. But it gives you a little purchase for your finger, and I really dig this part too. That thumb, that whole thumb action. And if you look in the old ads for it, that's what you'll see them doing. I just love Cummings cuffs. They're very cool. So I know that because I'm getting closer to the ground, you can't see me as much, which is probably a good thing. But I just love the Cummings cuffs. I like this drawer that it has a little bit of everything, old western-y kind of. If you watch old episodes of Gunsmoke, you can see plenty of times where they use Marlins, and they use some that looks like they actually added chain to. I think so that the actor could ride the horse. He couldn't really hold the reins too well with his hands so close together. But this is sort of my Americana drawer, part 2, the little one. I need to add some more rare stuff to this, obviously. I would love to put a Carberry in here and a few others. I want to get other versions of the Marlins still, because there's a couple of other versions that have even fatter lock cases than that one. So that's next on the list. Close that up. And also the Walden cuffs, there's different linkages, like I said, and I still have to assemble those for the collection. Well, that's drawer number 20. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe. I'm so close to 500 subscribers, I can almost taste it. So let's try and get 500 subscribers real quick, and I will see you again next time for the last drawer in this unit. Then we're going to go over to that one. And the thing about that one is I got to really organize it first before I show you what's in the drawers. It's a work in progress, as with any collection. So I hope you enjoyed it, like I said, and we will see you again next time.